Hi Yogi, Tips Tuesday with me today. I would love to focus on poses that are parts of Sun Salutation. So we have from Tadasana to Uttanasana to Ardha Uttanasana to Plank, Chaturanga Dandasana, Cobra, Up Dog, Downward Facing Dog. And then we go back up to where we come from. Although in the flow classes, sometimes we are not going back to Uttanasana. We go from maybe warrior 1, warrior 2, and then go to plank, chaturanga, cobra, and now we're facing dog. I feel like walk into classes that practitioners are not getting an opportunity to embody the true feeling of the pose. It feels kind of sad, and I believe some of the reason maybe just because you don't get a chance to really understand the benefit of the poses. I know when you are in a flow class and you want to go fluidly from one pose to the others, it feels good, it feels great, it feels embodied, and I love to do that myself. However, at the same time, by remembering that each pose had its own benefit and also gift to us as a practitioner, remember to know what they give is to us is a good thing. And I also would like to dedicate this practice for some of us that walk into a class early on and already feel like I'm behind everyone else and kind of have an idea that I'm not good enough, is to know that in the Sun Salutation poses, yeah, you look at poses and they look like they have a standard or a way to do it, but it doesn't mean that you cannot be creative with them to make them fit your practice in the moment. Then you can build upon that to gain more flexibility, to gain more strength, and build a stronger practice toward the Sun Salutation. Okay? So, I'm gonna do what I believe is a standard Sun Salutation, and then I'm gonna break this video into 2 parts. The first part of this video, I will keep it as for beginner, a weaker practitioner, and the second part of the Sun Salutation, I will aim toward advanced practitioner. Alright, so first please take a look at the whole series or whole section of the Sun Salutation. Now, what I offer may look different than the Sun Salutation or Surya Namaskara that you have been practicing. Please know that there are a lot of school of yoga out there. It would be nice that we don't get so fixated about what is right or wrong, because that's what yoga is not about. Yoga is about possibility. Yoga is about happiness. Yoga is about forgiving. It's about knowing that like we do not attach. We can expand into things that enhances the process. So please keep that in your thoughts. Okay. For us who is new to the practice, it's a lot weaker, a lot tightness in the body. Props are great to have it. I'm gonna do the pose and give the variation that fit your body type right now, and it would be nice if you just watch the video first and then practice after. Okay, so the Tadasana is you stand nice and tall. I love when I keep my feet hip distance apart, parallel to one another. I feel like when I stand like this, you know, the weight is go directly from my hip joint all the way down and get support effectively. Our feet together is okay. Of course, there's nothing bad about this to mention. So you can do either way. But if you're gonna go with me for now, just in the matter of listen to the video and practice with me, please have your feet parallel to one another. Just make sure that your toes are not turning down. Okay, your hip doesn't get pushed forward. So you have your feet parallel. Think about the front of your thigh right here, that you want to feel like you push it back, attached, and you feel like your butt is sticking back. However, then you lift your core, ground your tailbone straight down, feel that the energy runs through the back of your leg into the heel. And from the strength of your core, imagine that you lift every part above it up to the sky, all the way out to the crown of your head. And you inhale. And you draw the shoulder blades together to your back. And so you just breathe and keep lengthening, keep moving down toward your hands. So next inhalation, we lift the arms out and up to the sky. Now right here, it depends on how tight you are in your shoulders. If you are really tight, you can just lift as much as you can and feel that opening in your collarbone, right? You don't need to bring your arms all the way up toward one another. So you have a lot of range of motion. You can just stop right here and feel that collarbone's open, and you stop right there, and then you can swing down toward the floor. But if you can keep the chest open and you have more range of motion in the shoulders, like you can keep challenging your hand to go straight, like shoulder back, up toward the ceiling. So please don't force the tightness. Just allow that lifting is as an action of opening and stretching the muscle itself to take you closer and closer hand toward one another. Let's see. If you're really tight, lift it up. You exhale, keep your core engaged, and circle your hands back down to the floor with the straight leg and back straight. Your hamstrings are going to determine how far your hands will touch the floor, and I want you to pay attention to keep your back straight first. Okay? And receive the stretching second, which that may mean some of you may have to stay really high here and feel the stretch and feel like, you know what, I am good. But I'm gonna try to go lower without injuring my back. So I keep my back straight. And you can see, okay, how far the floor there. If your block can be there, you can try to reach the block and you feel like, oh my God, I'm not yet able to touch it. You have your hands on your thighs. The exhale is an opportunity to guide the chest to go lower and hips or your butt go up higher. Some of you may feel like I am parallel right now, I cannot go up and down, and that is okay. Just be mindful with the stretch in the hamstring muscles. Keep your core engaged, again, back straight. You exhale. That is why it's really a good idea to not move so fast through Sun Salutation. Sometimes, especially when you're still not yet open, so you spend time stretching the muscles and not just flow when the body needs to be open. Okay, so let's say when you're here, maybe you stay for 2 or 3 full breaths. You inhale, you just feel the length through the spine again. When you exhale, next time you bend your knees really deep. and have your hands on the floor. We're gonna go into plank right now. So ground your hand down, step one leg back, step the other leg back, and you may come down onto your knee. Plank is the pose that helps you building the upper body strength. I'm gonna turn toward the video to explain this to you. You build the upper body strength by give the weight to your upper body to carry. And the weight will make your hands, your wrists, your arms, and your upper chest start to use more muscles in order to carry it. So you gradually build it like that, which means you gradually adding weight. Gradually adding weight. And you will get stronger that way. If you're still weak, just to have your chest to go forward, I already feel a lot of weight is going down my wrist, and that might be enough. Yeah, like I am carrying weight right now. And when I'm here in plank, when you do plank with your knees on the floor, your knee has to be behind your hips, so your hips are not stacked on top of the knees. I also highly suggest for you to spread your fingers wide apart. Make your wrist crease parallel to the front edge of your mat. Have your hand just a tad wider than your shoulders. All four corners of your palms are on the ground, and you claw your finger pads on the earth. My teacher have been saying this to me, and I never forget that. Build the pose from the ground up. Make the roots strong, make the foundation strong, and the rest of the pose will expand, will be open, will be stretched safely. If you focus on the upper body, anything that's above the ground and your foundation are weak and is not proper set up, everything will crumble in the future. On top of that, when you have a good align with your hands, then I want you to practice while your weight is going to your wrist, is to push the floor away from you. So you feel that the energy is go back up to your chest, go back up to your core. So you feel like you're about to float off the floor because you go resisting the weight that's go to the ground. I love that action because you prep yourself to do balancing already. And especially us as girls, our wrists are not big. You don't want to dump the weight down there. You want the weight to bounce back up into your core, to be in your trunk and have a little less on your wrist. Even though everything feel like everything's go to the floor, no, you want the weight to go back up to your body. Okay? Then that is plank. Chaturanga Dandasana is to get the chest to the floor while you don't dump the weight onto the ground. What does that look like? So I'm going to show you again. So you come back down here, right? Have your chest forward, shoulder directly on top of your wrist, or you can go even more forward. But again, when you're there, you don't want to drop your hip to the floor. You don't want to drop your weight to the ground. You want to push the floor, squeeze your arms in, draw your core in and up. Feel like you round your back, but you're not. Because you're going to extend your chest forward. And you can just stay here for another breath or two, and you will feel tired. Let's say when you want to try Chaturanga Dandasana, you bend your elbow back behind you, keep your hands solid to the ground, and continue to get that chest to go forward. More weight going to your wrist already, and you start to feel the fatigue that run up your arms. Good practice for beginner. Good practice for weaker body You build upper body strength then. Many times when you're weak, a lot of us will bend the elbow and start to get the weight back. Or like a turtle, you start to get your neck back into the body, or you try to get your chest moving back. Now if you go down like this, you're not going to go down. And understand, when you're weak, the body mechanic just want to protect the body, but you actually will hurt your body even more when you do it that way. If going all the way down, it doesn't work, you don't have to go all the way down. But you just think about, again, it's sun salutation, but I want to be mindful with my body. I'm going to start building the strength carefully. You can just go as low as you can. Be in control and know that you can hold your own weight. Like that. It might be that little, and you just come out from it. The other thing, which is one of the most important thing, not one of the most, everything is important for the good alignment, is you want to keep right in this part of your body, that the head of your arms or the shoulder, either way, is to move back while your chest goes forward. In Chaturanga Dandasana, I want you to think that chest is the one that goes forward. Everything else goes backward. Your belly want to go up toward the sky. The head of your arm bones want to go up the sky. Your neck is nice and long. You just bend the elbow and let the chest or the heart is the part that leads you toward the ground. Okay? Plank. Squeezing your arm, chest forward towards you. Push the floor away from you. Wait for the exhale to go to the floor. Bend your elbow back. Keep your core draw in. Neck's nice and long. And just think about chest go forward and let the chest lean to the front, not go back. And you come up onto your belly. Right. Next one is Cobra. You can build Cobra in so many heights. And when I speak about height, I'm talking about the upper body that's come off the floor. And to me, that is secondary. What should be done first is to get your shoulder blades onto your back, to get your collarbone nice and open. And then you start to add height. You have the ground, you have the 90-degree angle. Any space between them, to me, it's Cobra. You build the back strength, you build the upper body strength, you build the chest opening in every 5-degree angle, 10-degree angle, 45-degree angle, or 90-degree angle, or maybe even no angle at all. So you focus on the body part first. Okay, let's say when you come down, you have your hand on either side of your chest. If you're tight, your hand can be a little bit wider away from the chest. You look down, you have the top of your feet on the floor, and you click all of your toenails into the ground. What you want to do first is to draw the shoulder blade up and away from the floor and together. Right there. Hope you can see that. I'm going to repeat that again. Right. And you keep the shoulder blades together, which now your collarbones are open, but they are on the ground. Then you start to add height. And see if you can continue these shoulder blades hugging and collarbones nice and open. Inhale, you follow the breath to come up off the floor, which means you're going to push the floor away. When you exhale, you just let the sternum go forward and down while you're adding that shoulder blade, squeezing from one another. push the floor, draw your belly in, lift, keep your shoulder blades onto your back, and so just keep your shoulder blades together, let the sternum forward. And you come down. It's not going to take that long to feel fatigue in that pose, especially when you are mindful with the body parts. The more work that I feel in that pose is in the strength around my core from the front and more to the back, and also to get that chest to open with the gravity trying to fight against you. It's so empowering. It's also so tired. However, that preparation will help you to build a much more effective back bend in the future, because Cobra or upward facing dog to me is not just upper body strength, it's also an opening in your upper chest, and that shoulder blades as draw back will give you more room to go backward for your beautiful back bend. Alright, and then from there, you just inhale, push the floor away, maybe come up to all four first, and tuck the toe, lift the knee. You can bend it at your feet hip distance apart, and you exhale, you push the floor away from you, get the chest move back toward your feet. If you are tight in your hamstring, it's a good idea to keep your knees bent and keep your back straight. Again, you want the back to be straight first. So we are not stretch the back, stretch the hamstring. Normally you round your heel down and make the leg straight, but then you round your back and you hurt the disc in the lumbar region area. Please don't do that. Don't worry about bending the knee. Just keep it bent. We can stretch the hamstrings in the different poses. Right now, get the best out from the pose by be mindful to protect the part that cannot get the benefit from the pose, and we work on that body part somewhere else. Okay. So you pay attention. Once again, when you come up, you lift your hips high, you inhale, you lift the armpits up and away from the floor, you feel your back round up to the sky. You exhale, you push the floor away, let the chest go back, stretch up your spine. And for some of you, you try to get the heels down to the ground while really be mindful with your back. If your back starts to round it so severely, you have to bend your knee and let the back be straight. You can hang here, inhale, breathe, and push the floor away, stretch the back. And you exhale, we're going to go forward, bend the knee, look between the hands. Now, if you're really weak, come on to all four first. So you come down, knee to the floor. Right. Again, right here, it's already an upper body strength. It's not much for some, but it can be a lot for others. And if it's you take that. Lift the back leg off the floor on the knee and you step. And then while you're here, draw your core in. Step the other foot forward. Uttanasana. Again, back straight first. Lock is not high enough. Climb your hands up higher. Don't let go of the strength of your core no matter where you are in forward bend. And then you inhale again. Keep your core engaged. You're going to feel your legs are grounded strong and you work more toward your foundation, which is good. And you ground out to your feet, arm to the side, and inhale, let the chest get you up, and lengthen your arms out and up to the side. And you exhale, you can bring your hand together and thread through the center of the body and bring them into Anjali Mudra. Or you can exhale, hands come down by the side. You find this Tadasana, no details anymore, okay? I'm gonna do that version again, and I'm gonna stop with the video, give a little bit more details on that, and I hope you take good care of yourself. All right, feet hip distance apart, spread your toes, ground your toes down, thighs back, core in, spine long. Next, lengthening up. Inhale, shoulder back, arms out and up. Keep your spine long and straight. Exhale, hands go forward and down. Pay attention to your hands really. How low can they go? When you inhale, you lengthen your spine forward. If you practice alone, you can stay here. Maybe exhale to stretch the hamstrings more, and you don't have to move so quickly. And inhale, you lengthen your spine forward. You just exhale when you feel like I'm going to go to plank now. So you bend the knee, bring your hands down to the floor. Step your right leg forward, plant your hand properly. Step your left leg forward with the knees to the floor. And you look at your wrist. Don't move so quickly. Make sure you align effectively to protect yourself. When you have it, push the floor, squeezing your chest forward, core tucked in. And you wait for your exhale. Maybe stay here for 1 or 2 breaths to let the upper body build the strength. You're just like, okay, this is it. This is my exhale that I'm gonna bend the elbow back behind me to let the chest go forward, and then I'm going down to Chaturanga Dandasana. Let the belly and the chest to the floor. And I keep my foreheads on the ground, like top of the feet on the floor. Adjust my hand away from my chest as needed. Get the shoulder blades together onto the back. Keep that. Inhale, push the floor, lift the chest. Exhale, drag the hand isometrically back behind you. And let the sternum sink. You feel like the sternum sink to the floor. The shoulder blades squeeze more toward one another. Don't let go of your core. Push and lift. And you can stay here once again as long as you feel like building your cobra. Inhale, you push and lift. Exhale, drag your hand. I'm not moving my hand, I'm dragging my hand back isometrically. And you can see my body starts to sink down to the floor. And I catch it with my shoulder blades. My sternum go forward. And my neck is the last thing that I'm thinking about. Make sure that my neck is nice and long. And exhale, come down. Push the floor away. Inhale, come through all 4. Exhale, bend the knee, hips high, and push the floor away from you. Think about the back. If I can keep my back straight, I can straighten my leg and ground the heels down and get the benefit of stretching the hamstrings as well as stretching my upper back and still building my upper body strength. And you can see my body is moving with breath. You really would love to do that. And next exhale, you bend the knee, look between your hand and maybe come forward and get the knee to the floor. And you just come high on your fingertips and say, do I give myself enough room to go forward? If not, that's why those blocks are great to have. Come forward, inhale with 1 foot. When you lift the other leg forward, get the back knee off the floor, draw your core in and up first. Right here, excuse me, you actually do Chaturanga Dandasana already. So you push the floor, core in and up. And you spring off from the back leg to balance on the other, and the other foot to the ground. And you exhale. try your best to get the hips high, chest go forward and toward the floor. Neck long. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, keep your paw engaged. Stretch the hamstrings muscles. And then you ground onto your feet, arms out, core in, lift through your heart. And exhale, bring your hands down by your side, or come back to your pray position. And take your time to observe the mechanic of the body, the beating of the heart, the fast breath. Can you be calm and observe without getting too concerned about it? And that's, is it, everybody? I know that I move quite slow, which to me is actually make me even much more tireder than moving very quickly, because I ask pretty much every muscle to participate in the pose. I'm not just use the motion of the movement, which I try them many times. I can cheating to not use muscles as much. I just go with the flow and go with the wind, and it get less opening and strengthening out from the pose. I hope this video give you good details to build that poses with confidence, with care and loving to your weakness, and trust that you will get stronger. Then I will see you part 2 for the Sun Salutation or Surya Namaskara. Everybody practice mindfully yogi.